Katie, you ready?
Yep.
We're ready. All right, everybody, welcome. We're getting ready to start here. Welcome to the Burlington City Council meeting. This is meeting number 11, June 1st, 2026, 5:30 p.m. in the Thomas J. Smith Council Chambers here at City Hall, 400 Washington Street in Burlington, Iowa. Those that can, please rise and join me for the pledge. Thank you, everyone. It's great to have full chambers tonight. Roll call, please.
Wilson.
Here.
Phillips.
Here.
Kreitzer.
Here.
Scott.
Yes.
Weiss.
All right. Yeah, I almost went right over the top of you. Sorry, Kay. We have a couple of proclamations tonight. The first one is the 100th anniversary of the Burlington Municipal Band. It's kind of cool because we just did the 100th anniversary for Eastman Camp, and last year we did the 100th anniversary for this very building. So it's great to see our heritage honored. The proclamation reads, whereas the Burlington Municipal Band has enriched the cultural life of the city of Burlington for 100 years through free public concerts, civic performances, and musical education. And whereas the Burlington Municipal Band traces its origins to the combination of the historic Orchard City Band and the Fishers Band, creating a proud musical tradition that has served for generations of the Burlington residents since 1925. And whereas the following adoption of the Iowa Band Law by Burlington voters, the Burlington Municipal Band presented its first official concert in Crapo Park in May 1927, beginning a century-long commitment to the community, music, and public service. And whereas for 100 years, the Burlington Municipal Band has become one of the community's most treasured civic institutions, providing family-friendly concerts that have brought residents together across generations and contributed significantly to the cultural identity and the quality of life of Burlington and Southeast Iowa. And whereas the band has preserved and celebrated Burlington's rich musical history throughout performances, public events, patriotic observances, youth engagement, and the continued dedication of volunteer musicians, conductors, board members, and supporters. And whereas the Burlington Municipal Band's century of service reflects the enduring value of the arts in strengthening civic pride, community connection, and the local tradition. And now, therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Burlington, Iowa, do hereby celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Burlington Municipal Band on Sunday, June 7th, 2026, marking a remarkable milestone in the history of the City of Burlington, and extend our sincere appreciation and congratulations to all past, present musicians, directors, volunteers, supporters, whose dedication has sustained this exceptional community institution for a century. Citizens of Burlington are encouraged to recognize and celebrate the Burlington Municipal Band and its lasting contributions to the cultural and civic life of our community. Signed and sealed this first day of June 2026, attested by Katie Music, City Clerk, and signed by John Billups, Mayor, and accepting tonight is Jennifer Arnold. All right. Next one up, Jennifer opted not to say anything tonight. Did anybody else want to say something for the municipal band? Okay. You sure? There's just a few of your friends here. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming tonight, and thank you for everything you folks do. Appreciate it. The other proclamation we have tonight is the Pride Month proclamation requested by the Human Rights Commission, and it will be accepted by Jennifer Kirkman of the Human Rights Commission. And the proclamation reads, Whereas the City of Burlington is committed to fostering an inclusive and diverse community where all individuals are celebrated and respected. And whereas Pride Month is a time to honor and recognize the contributions and struggles of the LGBTQ+ community, as well as commemorate the Stonewall riots, which served as a catalyst for the movement for equal rights and dignity for all Americans. And whereas Pride Month serves as an opportunity for all residents to come together in solidarity, celebrate diversity, promote equality, and raise awareness for the ongoing pursuit of fairness, acceptance, and human dignity for every person in our community. And whereas the City of Burlington stands firmly against discrimination and harassment of any kind and remains committed to creating a safe and welcoming environment where all residents may live, work, and thrive. Now, therefore, we, the City Council of Burlington, Iowa, do hereby proclaim the month of June as Pride Month in the City of Burlington and encourage all residents to join in celebrating the diversity of our community and support the ongoing pursuit of equality and justice for all. Signed and sealed this first day of June 2026, attested by Katie Music, our city clerk, and signed by myself, John Billups, Mayor.
Well, I'll try to be brief, but I want to thank the City Council very much for this proclamation. The Human Rights Commission worked very hard on getting the wording in this right. It's important because there still is disenfranchisement of members of this particular group, and all members of LGBTQ+ need to be acknowledged and welcomed in our community. That's why these proclamations are so important, is because they are stating unequivocally that everyone belongs in Burlington. And we need to keep acknowledging that over and over and over again to combat the disenfranchisement and discrimination that we've seen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, next up, we have comments from the audience. If there is something that's not on the agenda that you would like addressed, bring it up to the council. Feel free to approach the lectern, give us your name and address, and give us your issue. And try to limit it, and since we have a lot of people, to 3 minutes tonight. And is there anybody who would like to address council tonight?
Happy Pride Month to everybody. This has nothing to do with
You're gonna,
Pride. I'm
Chad,
Jen Powell,
can you
619
get the
Columbia
microphone?
Street. And I'm a volunteer. Oh, thank you. I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but I never knew if anybody would know I was standing or not. Okay, Den Powell again, 619 Columbia Street here in Burlington. I'm a volunteer at Preservation Station at 213 Valley Street, and we have been having an ongoing problem with the tenants at the Burlington Apartments with their dog. In here, I have over 20 pounds of dog feces that I spent picking up this past weekend. And I have more photos of dog feces that are just littering the sidewalk and the alley again today, and it's only been 3 days. And we've had, a friend of mine had a confrontation asking somebody to pick up their dog waste, and her boyfriend, he thought that the guy was gonna hit him. And we've had other people, ask people to pick their dog waste up. And one of our volunteers actually went to the police department today and lodged a complaint. We've talked to the management. It's really getting to the point where it's unbearable. I mean, we have people that, come to our establishment and they have to dodge dog crap. And we use the alley to, load and offload things. And you have to walk through dog crap. And I know that there's a city ordinance against leaving your dog crap around. But it's like, we're kind of at our wits' end. And so here's the evidence.
Well, I will say you're not alone in your concerns there. You know, I've had people reach out to me about that building and other apartment buildings. We have directed staff to take a look and address it, so hopefully there'll be some information coming on that soon as far as what steps we're taking. And the first step would be, yes, we'll contact the building managers, because they all have custodians, and those custodians, whether they like it or not, someone needs to clean up the mess. If it's not going to be the residents, they can do it. And that's
Well,
my opinion.
I've
but-
talked to the manager. You have a doggy waste station, but it should be by the apartment building instead
Right.
of being down by the police department. I even got to the point of picking it up and leaving it on their doorstep until one weekend I found it like thrown against the side of our building. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, I think, you know, we all live here, we all should be good neighbors, and I think it'd just be, you know, well, I don't know how people live in their apartments, but
I agree.
you have to wonder. Okay, so that's all I have to say.
That's all right. Thank you for coming to council. Appreciate it. Is there anyone else that has an issue they'd like to address tonight? Come on up, sir. Make your way through the crowd there.
I'm Darrell Slife. I live at 2233 South Central. I am here tonight to complain about the way your staff notifies people of violations of the nuisance ordinance. I've owned this property almost for 5 years now. It isn't any worse than it has been, and I work at it as best I can. I do not feel that sticking a sticker on the front door of my house is adequate notice. And I would suggest that possibly a first notice might be a little bit more friendlier. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate your comments. Is there anyone else? All right, we'll move on to our regular agenda. Now, folks, you know, I know we're exciting, but if you don't have anything else that you were here for except for support, obviously, we're not going to be offended if you leave, but we definitely encourage you to stick around if you would like. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Pelican Man has stay for the rest of the weekend. I'll put this at the a lot of cities do that. Still.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Steph.
Top secret stuff now.
We're going to move on to the consent agenda. All matters listed under item 1, consent agenda, having been discussed, are considered to be routine by city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. It's simple to bring up an item you object to. You just come up and tell us what your name and address and what number it is. On the consent tonight is minutes of previous meetings, payroll, and city claims, beer, liquor, wine, and cigarette permits, reports, and bonds. The first resolution is approving nuisance abatements for various properties. Number 2 is a resolution awarding contract for the 2026 Sunnyside near Vaught Street Storm Sewer Project. Number 3 is a resolution approving the final plat of the SBT subdivision. Number 4 is a resolution authorizing a contract between the City of Burlington and the Southeast Iowa Regional Planning Commission for technical services for the roof replacement grant from the Iowa Economic Development Authority. Number 5 is a resolution approving a settlement agreement between and release between the City of Burlington, Iowa, and Renosys Corporation, aka Aquatic Renovation Systems, Inc. Then we're going to set the date for a couple of public meetings. They will be June 15th. The first will be a consideration of plans and specs for the 2026 flood mitigation public works lots improvement project. And number 2 is consideration of sale of property locally known as 2201 Madison Avenue, City of Burlington, Iowa, with conditions. And one appointment tonight, Library Board of Trustees, Becky Godfrey. Is there anyone in the audience would like any of these items removed from the consent agenda and considered separately? Now would be the time to come to the lectern. Seeing no one move, council, is any item you'd like pulled and discussed separately?
Your Honor, I have a motion to approve all items, all listed under item 1, consent agenda.
Second. Okay, moved and seconded. Katie?
Wilson.
Aye.
Billups.
Aye.
Kreitzer.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Weiss.
Okay, now on to a hearing. This will be a consideration of an ordinance amending Chapter 65.05 of the Burlington, Iowa Code of Ordinances concerning impoundment of animals running at large, abused, or neglected.
Mayor, I'll just read a little background for the public hearing portion and then talk about the amended change to 65.05. The City of Burlington periodically incurs costs associated with impounding animals and boarding animals that are found running at large or are removed from owners due to abuse or neglect situations. In many of these cases, the boarding expense is paid initially through public funds and not always recovered from the animal owner responsible for the violation. The proposed ordinance amendment to Chapter 65.05 establishes a separate municipal infraction for owners whose actions result in the lawful boarding of an animal at public expense. The amendment applies to situations involving animals running at large, as well as cases of proven abuse or neglect. The ordinance would authorize a municipal infraction penalty of $50 per day for each day the animal is boarded at public expense, subject to the jurisdictional limits of the court or as may be imposed by the court. So the amended language would add, under 6505, an animal owner who causes the necessary and legal boarding of an animal at public expense due to permitting the animal to run at large or due to the proven abuse or neglect of said animal commits a municipal infraction. The penalty for said infraction shall be $50 per day the animal is boarded at public expense, up to the jurisdictional maximums as may be set by the court. So this just gives the city an extra, so we do have boarding costs, we do have room and board costs that we will put against the animal, but sometimes the owner doesn't come to pick up their animal. Sometimes we know who that owner is, other times we don't. But in the case where we would know who that animal owner is and they still refuse to come and pick up the animal, this would invoke a municipal infraction and allow the city then to go after the owner of said animal for basically a municipal infraction or a civil penalty. I would also note that both the cities of Burlington and West Burlington are running this ordinance through as amendments so that we have consistent enforcement throughout both communities. Any questions from the council?
Any questions or concerns from our citizens? Come to the lectern and give us your name and address and your issue up with input. That hallway's cleared out, so we open the door. People don't-
You're okay. Do you need do you want help?
No, I can get there, I'm just kind of slow. Okay, my name's Deanne Newbold, and I live at 619 Columbia Street here in Burlington. There might be a place where you could include the responsibility of dog owners throughout the town to clean up after their dog's bowel movements. I'm not sure if this is a place for it. It might be, because I don't know that certain people, what I witnessed on Saturday, certain people don't think our complaining is valid, I guess. And you might have to fine them to get them to do it. I'm just saying. So this might be a place where you could add that wording. That might be considered part of the neglect of the animal. I don't know.
We can look into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't respond anymore because I don't have the rest of the ordinance in front of me in terms
Right.
of what's there or
But
not.
it's something
so.
to look at.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, and I should have mentioned earlier, the council in a couple of meeting cycles ago, I think, had asked staff to bring some information back for the June 8th work session.
Oh, okay.
So next week's work session, staff is prepared to have an animal waste conversation.
Okay, excellent. We'll be back.
It won't be show and tell, though.
Yeah, you are taking that with you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If you want to find a good home for it, sure. I'm more than willing to give it up.
Yeah, that's okay. Thanks, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Trent Garrett, 1124 Franklin Street. My issue is the $50 per day. This city charges $55 a day to house inmates at the municipal jail. Why are we trying to charge people $50 a day to house a dog? I think that you should not be adding additional expenses on people that are not consistent with what we're doing with human beings. So my biggest issue, I don't have a problem with the ordinance. I think the ordinance, the language is fine, but I do think there's a problem with these fees. The economy is upside down. Putting more on people's backs, that's not gonna make them do anything. They don't have any money now. So all you're doing is setting up a situation where the city's gonna have a lot of expenses on their payroll and it's never gonna get paid. Why do that? Make it reasonable. Not $50, that's an arbitrary number, I know it is. It's an even $50. That's arbitrary and capricious. Make it commensurate with what it costs to house a dog at the facility, period.
So I will clarify, this is above and beyond room and board. So room and board is already there as, if the animal's captured and they're boarded at the Humane Society, they provide that service for the city. There is a room and boarding fee per day. This is meant to be a penalty, right? If they don't come pick it up, this is that recourse.
And do those penalties work? Do we have evidence that those types of penalties work?
We don't know, we've never tried it, that's why this is
Well,
new,
There's
right?
other evidence where we've had
Yeah.
penalties and we've added penalties on the people and they don't work. The end result is not gonna be any different. If you weren't able to
Trent,
get
if
them,
you're gonna go, you need to be up here, but so people can hear you, we have people who watch it and they'll need to be able to.
it hasn't worked in other situations. I doubt it's gonna work in this situation. That's not the way to get it done. That's just the bottom line. This game that we play, that we're gonna put this penalty on people and people are gonna do it, there's plenty of evidence. You can go look at go in the courts and look at the municipal records, plenty of evidence of people not paying it. Now, what you end up doing is attaching it to people's property if they own property. That's what you end up doing. And then that adds to their burden. So I'm not comfortable with that. Find a better way. That's not the solution. That's what we've been doing. The old way does not work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The only thing I'm wondering in response to his, and this is probably something you would have to take back to the Humane Society, but what if they picked it up in the first 24 hours? It'd be free, except for the room and board.
They pay room and board 7 days or up to that 8 days.
Okay.
But again, this is meant for those that don't pick up their animals. Again, and then we know who they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes we aren't able to
I know sometimes we
identify.
inherit the dog.
Right.
I was just asking that as if
Yep.
that's something we could look at, because we'd always modify this if we needed to. But that.
Well, of
that
course,
would-
there's going to be some discretion here in terms of when is the municipal infraction actually filed.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
Because it doesn't define the term in the code.
It doesn't automatically apply.
Right?
Okay.
It's a municipal infraction, much like if somebody neglects a nuisance abatement call or a letter or something like that, then the municipal infraction is invoked as that penalty. It's like a civil penalty.
So
It's
that's, I
above and
guess
beyond.
that's to my point. If we call them, hey, we found your dog, blah, 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 they pay room and board, but that is as a way to encourage them to come get their dog, because, yeah, I do know there are people that, well, I'll get my dog in a few days, you know. They think they're teaching the dog a lesson. So, I would-
It's true.
Is there any way we can find out how much you're paying the Humane Society?
I
Total
I know what that
yearly
number
amount?
is, I
What's that
just
amount?
don't have it off the top of my head. But
Okay.
we have a room board charge.
Okay.
Sorry.
So,
You-
no,
you-
I want a gross number, but I'll contact you for it.
Yeah, if you contact Mr. Bird, he'll get that for you. Any other thoughts or concerns? Council, thoughts or concerns?
Well, I hear what he's saying, and I don't know that I was ever totally comfortable with the arbitrary $50 a day either. I hear what you're saying.
Other thoughts and concerns, council or audience? Okay.
Your Honor, I have a motion to
Well,
close.
Kay was talking, Robert.
Oh,
You didn't
I'm
hear.
sorry, I thought you were.
You need to put your microphone closer, because I can hardly hear you, and I'm sitting next to you.
Okay, I was wondering if there's a possibility of discussing this further and postponing it.
Well, this is the public hearing and first reading, so you still have 2 more readings. It's an ordinance,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So, so, Mr. Bird, if we vote to move on, but can we ask Chief, or can we ask Chad, could we kind of clarify when that 50 kicks in?
We
Can
can,
we
I
do
can get
that?
that, and then I can get the boarding costs and stuff. I can bring
Okay.
that next time.
Okay, that sounds good. And then keep an eye on our agenda, it's on the website, okay? Because, I hear what you're saying, definitely, and that's what we really want is for the dog to be picked up.
I understand. I don't have a problem with the ordinance, but
Okay.
there's probably a better way to do it.
We'll keep working on it. We got 2 more readings, so. Okay, now is there a motion to close?
Your Honor, I have a motion to close.
Second.
Wilson,
Aye.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Okay, that keeps it rolling, and then we'll see what the next.
Your Honor, I
couple
have a motion for preliminary adoption of the first reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 65.05 of the Burlington, Iowa Code of Ordinances concerning impoundment of animals running at large, abused, or neglected.
Second.
Wilson,
Aye.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Weiss.
No.
Okay. Moving on to the resolutions. That's you, Kay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your Honor, I have a resolution approving temporary two-way traffic operations on South 14th Street between Parkway Drive and Navajo Street during the summer of 2026.
Second. Mr. McGregor.
This resolution comes as a reflection of a discussion item that we had last week at the work session. I did prepare the resolution with a couple of notes that I want to highlight specifically. We talked about the summer months. I don't know what those are really, if you say summer months, so I followed the school schedule because there's a key factor in there of following the school schedule. So in there you see June 5th, which is this Friday. School's done for Burlington on Thursday. And then on August 24th would be the end date because they're back in school the following day. So I just wanted to clarify that because we talked about summer months, but I wanted to put actual specific timelines in there because of the school schedule. So the rest of that allows for staff to install temporary signage to allow for the operation of two-way street. I wrote a fairly lengthy memo to discuss kind of my recommendation of what the situation garners. Staff does not believe that this is a good maneuver for changing a one-way into a two-way street for a temporary basis, which amounts to about 2.5 months. The roadway is only about 20 foot wide, has been in operation as a one-way road for approximately 24 years. While there has been some individuals that have chosen to go against the rules here as of late, a lot of it's in reflection to the construction project that's going on along Summer Street. People are choosing to go down the wrong way, and so this resolution would essentially alter that and make it a two-way road. Some of the conversation about the detour, our current detour is to use Madison and come back down Kestner for the people that live in that area. So some of my concern is MUTC, which is the Manual on Uniform Traffic Code, clearly calls out in its description that temporary changes are not something that they suggest, mostly because it's been conditioned for 24 years of one way, and then you're temporarily changing a one-way road into a two-way road. You have folks that will not look left because they're not expecting traffic, and it's causing conflict points that you weren't expected or planned for. So the other note is that the Summer Street project has only just begun. We are in stage 1 of approximately 10 stages of construction. So while the summer months could be alleviated for those folks that live there to have two-way operation, the construction project will go well into the fall. And actually the detour that we've prescribed will be even more of value than the two-way operation of Parkway. As the next stage continues, we'll go all the way up to Hillary Avenue, and then the following stage will move even further north. So the use of South 14th Street will become even more limited after that. So based on all of the blathering I just did and the writing that I did in my memo, my recommendation would not to be convert South 14th into a two-way road.
Thank you, Nick. Anyone in the audience have any thoughts or concerns about this particular resolution? Now would be the time to step forward. Council, thoughts or concerns?
Oh, we've got
Oh, you,
a delayed.
sorry, I didn't see.
Hi, held my hand up late. I'm Deb Walls, 1412 Navajo Street, and I was the one that initiated the petition. My thought on that is, on what Mr. McGregor was saying, is that people in Burlington have adapted to the speed limit changes in front of all of the schools without terrible problems. You know, they're able to follow the signs. And I think it would be the same way on 14th Street. So
Okay,
that's all.
thank you. Anyone else? All right, council, thoughts or concerns?
I had a question as to, for you, Nick. So to change the signs, you would bag the one-way and just put up like a temporary two-way, or what exactly?
Well,
would
there
the
are several different pieces there. So for one, you have to bag and tag the one-way signage. 20 foot wide would not accommodate for parking. on the roadway that it's currently allowed. So we'd have to put up some no parking signs, and then there's some signage on the cross streets of Navajo and Pawnee that you would say, yeah, a yellow orange sign that says two-way traffic.
Okay, so it would be more than just, it would involve intersections
And then
as
there's
well.
there's some stop bars that are painted at South Fort. My staff has looked into all this, so I may don't know, have all the details of all the signage changes, but I put into my best approximate guess of the cost.
Okay, I just
of what
wanted to
it
have an
is.
idea how it would work if we implemented it.
Yep.
And so it would just be extra signage, bagging, changing things around a little bit. And then it would come down in August. It would change back to the way it was.
The stop bar would probably be the most difficult part, because the only way to eliminate the stop bar through the other lane would be to either paint it black or to sandblast it off, and then
Okay.
you'd have to repaint that.
Thank you, Nick. Any other questions for Nick Wise up here? Thanks. Thank you. I would tell you, council, and for those that are interested in the audience, I am not in favor of this, and it's not that I don't understand the plight of the citizens there on South 14th. You know, not to be flippant about it, but welcome to the party. All of us have been struggling with different traffic diversions over the last 8-9 years as we've gotten caught up on our streets projects. And my concern is we're setting a precedent by doing this for a temporary situation. And I don't want to see us go through the confusion, the expense, and the cost to do so. So I'm planning on voting no, but I wanted people to understand why. Any other thoughts or concerns?
I heard from maybe 4 different folks that live in the area that definitely would find it a convenience. And I had 2 trains of thought. One is Cascade Bridge and the amount of time that people have had to go out and go around and put up with that detour. But I've also had the thought that, you know, making somebody's life easier for a short period of time and at a minimal cost and being a good neighbor is not a bad thing. So I plan on supporting it. It's I don't see it as a big issue either way, but the people that live out there on those streets do. So I'm gonna support them on this.
Okay. Any other thoughts, concerns?
Honestly, I feel the same way about, it's a chance to do right by somebody that asked for help, and it's such a small area that is used by just basically the neighborhood. I know people that have lived out there since '91, that moved from Sioux to Pawnee, and they said that people don't park there except, you know, for school, and that it would help them out too, so I'm inclined to help them out.
Okay. Anyone else with any thoughts or concerns? If there's none other, let's vote.
Wilson,
No.
Phillips,
No.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss.
No.
Okay, that ends our agenda for tonight, I believe. I'm not looking at that right. Yes. So we will go on to comments from city staff and council, and then hopefully someone will call for adjournment. Mr. Tislin, do you have anything for development tonight?
For parks, I do. Summer camp starts Monday, so you can still sign up for that. You can sign up on a weekly basis. It's not a
Thank you.
commit to the whole summer. If you want to go for the first week and skip a couple weeks and come back, you can do that. So it's a fairly flexible camp, but that starts Monday at Perkins Park. And then this Sunday, we have the inaugural bags tournament at the Recplex with River City Baggers. Registration starts at 11. You can just show up and register. The event starts at noon. So it's trying something new at the Recplex, but partnering with River City Baggers. So if you're interested in throwing some bags, come out to the Recplex on Sunday at 11. Concessions will be open. And then Tuesdays throughout the summer at 6 o'clock, it's show up and play. Partner with whoever else shows up in kind of a Mad Hatter type league that they'll keep your individual score and you'll partner with different people throughout the summer. So that's 6 PM on Tuesdays at the Recplex. So if you're interested in that, show up and give it a try.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, we had that fundraiser that supports the fire department, so I'll get you some placards for that, if they'd be all right handing those out. So, Katie, anything from the city clerk's office? No? Stephanie, anything from finance? Tim, anything from the wastewater tonight? Becky, library? Or did I say Becky? I'm sorry. My mind's fried, I'm sorry. Where's Becky come from? That's not even close.
The trustees
be.
thing.
That's my bad, sorry.
That's all right. Hot off the press, the Burlington Public Library was chosen to be part of the Sustainable Libraries Initiative Community Resilience Pilot Program. This is an initiative that is part of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals of 2030. We were one of 40 libraries chosen nationally to participate in this. We will research climate patterns in Iowa, put together a resilience plan for our communities so that if we get hit by a derecho or a downburst or a flood or insert whatever disaster here, the library will be ready to quickly pivot and provide communication and resources to community members. So this will be about a 10-month program that we go through with them, and then it'll launch us into a fully certified program with the Sustainable Library Initiative. So excited about that. Summer reading officially starts today. We're partnering again with the Burlington Parks and Forestry Departments. We're counting 40 days. So if you can read 40 days this summer, it doesn't matter what days you read, doesn't matter how much you read. If you read for 40 days, then those count toward unlocking trees to plant in the community. We've already unlocked over 100 trees in the last 2 summers. We're trying to unlock 50 more trees to plant this year. There's some fun little giveaways throughout as well, so if you do read, then you get your choice of a bag and some community coupons, thanks to local businesses who have joined in this initiative. This is the 108th year that the Burlington Library has hosted some kind of summer reading initiative. It started in 1918 with a vacation book list specifically for children, and it was only in the last 2 years that we've opened this up to readers of all ages. So please encourage everyone to sign up. You do not need a library card to register. We're just counting people who are reading throughout the summer, trying to bridge that gap between the grades for the students. But one of the most important indicators of healthy literacy habits in young people is for them to see adults who have healthy literacy habits. So even if you're just reading in front of kids, that's a big deal because it helps to model in them what we hope that they will embed in their own life. So join us. Yep.
What's entailed for registering to read?
It's a simple link on the website. If you need help, you can come on into the library and we will get you registered at any of our service desks. But it's right on the front page of the library.
So it counts for babies too?
Absolutely. Yep. If you are read to, that counts.
Audiobooks count then.
Audiobooks absolutely count. Graphic novels count. Yeah, all of it counts.
All right. Thanks, Becky.
You're going to be Becky forever, Brittany.
Sorry, Brittany. I mean, I say her name 4 times a meeting, so I don't know where that came from. Chief Schaefer. Chief Toops.
Yeah, I'll come.
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
So last week, we did, on Thursday, get a chance to open up bids. There's a lot of people in the seats here up in this room, and we were happy. We were pleased with everybody in the audience. You may have learned of some of those numbers, but tonight, I'm not gonna give you any of that because technically, Canco is still reviewing all the apparent low bidders and everybody that took part in the process. So I don't want to get the cart in front of the horse tonight. However, we are eager to get in front of you next Monday at the work session. Tad and Canco and TJ will be here too. They should have an updated budget, overall budget, where the packages came in. We are pleased. Numbers look promising, and we hope you feel that way too. But we'll see you at next Monday's work session with that.
That's a great teaser, Chief.
Yeah.
That's a great teaser.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks. All right, Nick, anything else for Public Works tonight? All right, Mr. Byrd?
A couple things. Keep June 22nd penciled in for a special city council work session. That's your traditional, quote, fifth Monday. It's the fourth Monday. I'll bring you back in for a special meeting. We will hear an update and an overview on the city's comprehensive plan / park master planning. The consulting company, MSA, will be here touring the city with staff. If you'd like to ride along for any or all of that, you're welcome to. Just let Eric know. But then they will convene here at 4:30 for a special work session and talk about their thoughts to kick that off. As a reminder, we neglected to get it in the packet today, but tomorrow is National Mississippi River Day. And I think it's the first one. So, National Mississippi River Day. So we'll have some extra information for you next week.
Okay.
And, yeah, what's that?
Too late.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I recommend not drinking the water until it's been treated.
But use it, get out there on the boat, right? And then last week kicked off a collaborative effort between West Burlington and Burlington with a new combined newsletter. So if you haven't had a chance to see that yet, let me know, but it's crawling along somewhere out there on social media. So with that, that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Robert, anything tonight?
Had BRE meeting Thursday. Their numbers do the same things ours are doing because they're switching over to the budget year that starts July 1st, or however we do it, so that they match up with us. They've got more events planned, and they've got some new board members added, so be on the lookout for a chance to volunteer. They've been asking for people to help with events, and if you're interested in that, they'll take you any weekend, pretty much.
Okay. Mr. Scott, anything?
Nothing for this time, but this is a busy next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Lots on the agenda.
Yep. Okay. Mayor Pro Tem.
Nothing tonight.
The only thing I would have, which I've already reminded them, June 10th is Council Talk featuring Mr. Scott and Mrs. Wilson. Is it Miss Wilson or Mrs. Wilson? Okay, that's what I thought, yeah. Well, I didn't. Anyway, that's 9 o'clock on KBUR if you want to listen in. And other than that, I appreciate everybody being here tonight, and thanks for showing up. Is there a move to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
Wilson,
Aye.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.